Ms. T said something about that a couple weeks ago. I was sitting in that chair right over there, and sometimes they think I'm just a whale sitting in that chair, not paying attention. Not paying attention. But
not building boats.
Yeah, some shit.
Yo.
But you know something though? This man responsible for Dougie Fresh's first album, right? And he's responsible for a man who still to this day have a career. And I can name, like I was speaking to Mr. J-Ho in the office. I say, you know something? You try to compete with Kunta, drugs, Mr. Drake over here, with their voices that they got, these fucking weed voices. These serious voices they got, to the point he almost lost his voice. He was totally hoarse, sore in the throat, and he had no voice for almost 3 or 4 days. Now I'm seeing him suffering, going through it. And I said, babe, just we'll go and get some lemons and suck on some lemons. It'll straighten you out a little bit. But I said, you can't compete with these voices. They're brought up with those voices. That voice is a natural voice. That sound is natural. You got that pretty voice. You got that Luther, someone said he's a Luther Vandross of a hip hop. That's the voice you got. So I told him, I said, you know something, man? I need you to go check out Father MC. Who's that? So who's Father MC? Who's that? So I'm showing him, I said, Google Father MC. He Googled some MWA guys from LA. I said, that's not Father MC? Google again. And then he said, excuse me, let me tell you something about. Well, that's Father MC. But then I said, stop, freeze it. Look in the backdrop. What do you see? Mary J. Blige singing background for Father MC. Stop, freeze it. Who do you see? Jodeci singing background Father MC. I said to him, I said, look, that's where these people came from. And they learned from him to become them. Now they are there, and he's not. But the point I made clear to him that it takes you to recognize what your voice is consist of, and not try to change somebody else's voice because you want to get a song, 16 bars in a song, and lose your whole ability to rap. So I understand exactly what you're talking about when these guys come in and say, yo, play me a beat, man, because I'm the shit. And then they go to the Drake Berry.
I just figured out what you're doing.
Your mouth is, put your money where your mouth is. Your mouth is, put your money where your mouth is. Your mouth is, put your money where your mouth is.
I talk is like I'm in reverse, I back it up. Your lane's frontin' flyer than a bumblebee. Don't you hear my name buzzing? Spitting bars, I walk in the park. But when I lay something, I run shit like I think I hear the train coming. Sprinting and catching, but money's